everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for a few weeks, but I wanted to go ahead. I am working from home, and while I am sitting here working, I decided to go ahead and do a quick video in regards to buyers and what 5 things I think that you should think about before you decide that you want to buy a home. So for those that do not know me, I am Yolanda Hayes, and I am a real estate broker in North Carolina, and I service more of the Triad area than anything, like Winston Salem, but I also service Greensboro, the Lexington area, which is where I personally live, and I also service Charlotte. Charlotte is a little different. I only take certain people that I personally know, or there was a referral from a personal friend of mine. So just to jump right into this video, last week I had several closings, and you know, I always love for my buyers to have a great experience when they purchase a home. Not all buyers I already know. A lot of my friends do hire me, but or a referral, like I said, but those people who just find me on social media, or those people who just find me on the internet just from doing a search, they don't know me personally, or if it was a complete stranger that may have called the office and got referred to me. So 5 things that I wanted to talk about when people are deciding that they want to go ahead and purchase, just to make sure that you have an awesome experience. Because sometimes the things that buyers, they set expectations, and when you set expectations of how you think the process should go, it becomes frustrating, and you're frustrating yourself. So it's good to know a few tips up front to make sure that you have a great experience during the home buying process, because this is supposed to be a happy time. So number 1, the first thing that I want to talk about is down payment assistance. Knowing up front whether you are going to need down payment assistance is very, very important. Everyone will not qualify for down payment assistance. Although down payment assistance is available, that does not mean you qualify for it. So you have to meet the requirements, whether it's a credit score requirement, whether it's a like income requirement. You have to meet the requirements. So if you have not spoken to a loan officer yet to know whether you need down payment assistance or meet the qualifications of down payment assistance, do that first, okay? Know the qualifications and requirements to the down payment assistance. Otherwise, you have to come up with your own down payment assistance funds, and that is typically about 3% of whatever the sales price is of the home, okay? So that's number 1. And also with down payment assistance, there are definitely pros and cons to down payment assistance, and we will talk about that later. I'll do a separate video about the pros and cons of down payment assistance so that you know what you're getting yourself into when you decide to go ahead and use that service or that program. So the number 2, this is kind of a tough pill to swallow, but listening to your friends. Guys, that is a huge mistake. I have had so many people, actually I just had one last week that almost crashed and burned, but thank God I jumped into action and was able to get the right people on the phone and get the ball rolling really, really fast to pick up the pieces. So listening to your friends is a no-no. Just because your friend recently purchased a home, that does not mean your experience and their experience will be the same. Their requirements and your requirements are not going to be the same. So I do run into situations where one of my new buyers, they're excited and they're just like, oh my God, my friend just bought a home and now I want to go ahead and get into the process. Well, guess what? That friend, since that friend just bought a house, that friend thinks they are a realtor. They think they are an expert now because they got into their home. Well, their process and your process are going to be 2 different things. So Just because they needed to do X does not mean you need to do X. So that is what I deal with quite a bit, is a friend contradicting what I'm telling my client. My client came to me, but it's a friend in their ear telling them to do something else. Well, it's happened several times, y'all. I kid you not, several times that my client will listen to the friend and it will just, everything will just fall downhill. They will go do something to their credit or do something, you know, sign up for a program that they don't need only because their friend did it. And next thing you know, I'm getting a call from the loan officer telling me, your client's loan was denied because they did this, 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 and this. And guess who told them to do this, 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 and this? That friend, okay? You guys, make sure that you are not following what your friends are telling you, what they went through. I know that they're happy. I know that they're excited and they want to help out, but try not to listen to your friends when it comes to this process, okay? I will be the one to tell you what to do, and your loan officer will tell you what to do. Everyone's situation and everyone's experience is going to be different. All right, number 3. I see this happen a lot, okay? When I say a lot, I mean a lot. People buying a car when they are trying to buy a house. That is a huge no-no. A huge no-no. If you know that you want to buy a house, but you also need a new car, you want to ask yourself which one is more important to you. Because buying a car before the house really affects your your debt to income ratio. The loan officer, or basically the bank, they're going to look at how much debt you have versus your income. So if right now you don't have a monthly car payment, or your monthly car payment is super low, get the house first and then buy the car. Buy the car after you are already in the home, okay? I just actually had a closing recently, and my client, the day she closed on her house, the day she got her keys, she had to go buy a new car because her car got totaled. So that was just a few weeks before closing, her car was totaled, and she did not have a car. So luckily she had family that was helping her out during those 3 weeks while she was waiting until she closed on her house. Do not buy a car or anything expensive that is going to affect your debt to income ratio before you buy the house. So you have to know which one is more important. I get that all the time. People contact me and I ask those simple questions up front. Have you done this? Have you done that? What debt do you have? And when they were like, I just bought a new car last month. Okay. If you have a new car where your car payment is, higher than your previous car payment, that is definitely going to significantly affect your debt to income ratio. So be mindful not to purchase a car if you also are trying to buy a house. The next one, number 4, is being realistic about the market. Now, I've talked about this quite a few times in previous videos. Being realistic about the market. That means that you have to do your homework. I am currently working with someone right now, and it's the funniest thing ever because it's a young kid, and this person is buying their first house and new to the area, not really familiar with the area. And this is why I say you have to know the market. This person really feels in this day and age that they can get a house that is listed for a house that is 180 or 160 and offer 140. No. Be realistic. Right now in the Winston Salem area, you're not getting houses for 120s or 140s, okay? You're looking in the 160s. And Charlotte is even worse. If you can't, afford 190 and up, the Charlotte market, you might as well hang it up, okay? It's very, very, very difficult to compete with so many buyers that are in the 140, 150, 160 range, definitely in the Charlotte market, because there are so limited amount. So basically, it is definitely the supply versus demand Supply versus demand rule. There are not a lot of houses. So if one house hits the market for 150, you're going to be competing with probably 8 other buyers. It's going to be multiple offers, and you have to be ready to fight. That's going to war. Especially anything 130, you're going to war, okay? And you have to be prepared. If you're not prepared to fight or even have the money to go ahead and, be qualified for enough, you can hang it up. I'm just being honest, okay? So I have, when I'm honest on my channel, and this is why I do love my YouTube, because I can come here and I can be honest with you. I can be myself. I don't have to just sugarcoat anything. I am an honest person, and that's what it is. I'm out here in these streets selling houses every day, working with clients every day, and I know what's going on in the market. So you can listen to me or not listen to me. What I'm saying is you have to be prepared and know the market. If you see a house that's listed for 160, guess what? You probably can only get it down to about 155. If that. Some sellers are like, no. If I ask for 160, that's what I want. You probably can get them down. I can negotiate only so much. Okay? I can't put a gun to people's head and ask them to lower their price for you. Okay? If it's listed for 160, they are pretty much looking for that 155 number. Do not have me submit an offer for 130 or 140 when it's listed for 160. Y'all will have me looking crazy. I will be looking crazy in these streets if y'all ask me to submit an offer that's 140 when the house was listed for 160. Okay? So that's number 4. And number 5, talking to a loan officer. That is so important. That is so important. 5 things to deal with before you decide to purchase a house is talking to a loan officer. A lot of people don't know about what their credit is. They don't know the requirements to purchase a loan. Make sure you go ahead and do that, because I still come across people saying that, oh, my credit score is 700. Well, what about your debt to income ratio? That matters. The credit score is not the only thing that's a factor when you want to purchase a home. You have to look at the debt to income ratio as well. And a lot of people do not understand that part, is that your debt versus your income really, really matters. So talking to a loan officer up front will help you understand what you need to do, because again, you only disappoint yourself when you are not getting educated on the process. So make sure you guys definitely follow these 5 steps if you want to have a successful closing, and also if you want to make sure that you not only have a successful closing but have a happy closing. You do not want to get upset, angry, frustrated at anyone. You want this to be a happy experience, and it starts with you. It starts with you educating yourself. It starts with you to listening to professionals such as myself. And if you are interested in working with me, I am accepting new clients. I just, like I said, had several closings last week, so I have a space that has opened up for new buyers and new sellers that would like to work with me. Go ahead and comment down below. If you're interested in working with me, definitely go to my website at soldbyolanda.com, and I will leave that information in the description box below. If you have any personal questions, you can also email me on my website, soldbyolanda.com, or if you want to comment down below. Subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit like if you are interested in more videos like this. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.